he gives of his time willingly, and during my association professionally with Mr. Paul, he has not complained once. And the way he deals with the students, the staff, and indeed you parents is remarkable. Now, there are theories, and Mr. John may expand upon these in his speech, but Mr. Paul works as long as he does and as hard as he does because he has 2 young twins at home who he lets his wife do the babysitting for. But that probably is true, I think. Moving on to our outstanding head of secondary, Mr. John. Mr. John is a man of excellent academic knowledge. He also has a compassionate way of dealing with everything that he is faced with. And I think that in time, everyone will come to understand that this is an outstanding member of staff, an excellent leader of our secondary department, and the feedback from both students and staff and the parents is unerringly positive with regard to Mr. John. And I am very, very grateful, Mr. John, for all that you do for the students at the Gulf English School. Thank you very much. So on to the parents. Please never underestimate your role in the development, the education of your students, whether that be an academic education or whether it be an education in other areas. Students, to reach their potential, need the support of their parents, their families, the wider community, and of course school. And our graduands this evening have the support of the school. That will continue as long as you are around. And if you need advice and guidance, we are always here to give it. I think it's important that we understand that the world that our current students are in is very much different to the one that, well, I grew up in and certainly our teachers grew up in. There have been some studies by groups of people in a think tank led by a man called Rohit Talwar, who suggest that our graduands today will have 17 jobs, 5 careers, and they will expect to live until they're over 100 years in age, which I think is remarkable. But also, something worth considering as you're helping advise and guide them on their futures is that probably 50% of the jobs they will do are yet to be invented in our ever-changing world. Now, without further ado, I would like to just thank you all for being here and being so supportive of the Gulf English School. It's much appreciated, and I have been touched by your friendship and your ability to communicate with me and my team this year, and I look forward to speaking with some of you more privately after the ceremony. So thank you very much, and speak to you later.
Moving on to our next speech, I'm going to call a person who all of us have heard a lot of and amazing stuff about him. I guess we can expect that we're calling the head of secondary, Mr. John McGrath.
Good evening, distinguished guests, GES parents, families, invited guests, members of staff from both the school and central office, and most importantly, our class of 2022. It's a privilege and an honour to be able to stand here in front of you all this evening for the first time as head of secondary at Gulf English School. In a very short period of time, I've discovered that Gulf English School is a truly remarkable institution. An institution that's developed over many years a reputation providing a high standard of English education to young people of Kuwait, enabling these people to achieve recognised international qualifications that enable them to achieve greatness as they move towards their adult lives. I'm sure our graduates of 2022 will achieve wonderful successes in examination results this summer, and will use these as a springboard to future successes as they move forward into the next stage of their lives. Educational outcomes are, of course, a vital part of the continued success of the school. However, personally, I believe that our school is more than an examination factory. And one key feature of GES is our sense of community and the family-like bond that brings us together. 2022 graduates, your successes and achievements have not occurred by accident. And I wish us to take a few moments within our celebrations to acknowledge and thank many people involved in your successes to date. I would like to thank the school owners, the management team, and the directors for their passion and commitment to the continual growth and development of the school and its students. I would like to thank our educational support staff, both those based in school and in central office. Their work often goes unnoticed within school, but without their work behind the scenes, the school would not be able to run successfully and efficiently. I would like to thank our exceptional teaching staff. The COVID era has provided a set of unique challenges for schools around the world. Initially, online distant learning, and more recently, the advent of hybrid learning. Throughout these difficult times, your talented team of teachers have remained resolute in their commitment to you, both in maintaining the high quality of education, but also in their desire and level of care, compassion, and support to you, your development, and as individuals. I promised myself that I would not single out any individual by name within these words this evening. However, there is one person who has to be an exception to this rule, a member of staff who has been with you throughout your entire secondary journey. Initially as your geography teacher, more recently as your deputy head. We may struggle to find him, we may not know where he is during the day, but a man whose commitment to you as students, the teaching staff, and to the school community as a whole goes above and beyond on a daily basis. I must thank you, our deputy head, fellow Mr. Yorkshire, Mr. GES, Mr. Croft. Parents, I would next like to thank you. I apologise on behalf of school. On the 1st of March 2020, we did not fully acknowledge the recruitment and arrival of an army of new teaching assistants to join our teaching staff. I equally apologise that all of the training we provided you was on the job, was short-term, and was quick. Okay? Parents, I commend you for your ability to master Zoom, Teams, hybrid learning, Blue Days, Pink Days, and every other challenge that we have thrown at you during this time. I praise you for your dedication to your newfound role, and thank you for the exceptionally high levels of staff retention you have shown. A French philosopher, Baron de Montesquieu, wrote in the early 1700s, "We receive 3 educations in our lifetime, one from our parents, one from our schoolmasters, and one from the world." I fear maybe he knew something the rest of us didn't. More seriously, I believe that between us we have managed to do a great job in the first 2 of those educations, preparing the students that sat in front of us today for their future lives beyond school. This brings me finally to the most important people sat in the room this evening, our students, the amazing class of 2022. The reactions of a senior student is always a concern to any senior leader arriving in a new school. I was no different. How were the senior students going to arrive to somebody coming towards the end of their educational journey? I had no reason to be concerned. In the 30-year career to date, covering 10 different schools, I have never met a group of students quite like ours. Intelligent, witty, humorous, friendly, entertaining, and welcoming young people. A truly remarkable set of young adults. Students who want to personally succeed and to achieve great things, but also wish to see their peers succeed as well. Students who have a genuine affinity, affection, and connection to their school. I soon realized the students of 2022 needed some life and some brightness bringing into their life at school. They needed to be empowered, trusted, listened to, and know that they would be supported. On a Thursday evening in December, I received a message which secondary head teachers dread. Your students have jumped onto a TikTok trend. You need to watch the video. With a slight degree of fear and worried, I opened the link. The music started, the vocals began. You're never fully dressed without a smile. Followed by 30 seconds of smiley, happy students enjoying each other's company, showing pride of their school. In that moment, I'd found my home in the sunshine. A home with a remarkable set of young people as its students. The students have continued to impress me throughout the year. Their work out of lessons, including the organisation of Pink Day and the memorable black and white dinner, has been matched by their approach to their studies in preparation for their final examinations. This month regularly seen the hall full of well-focused, prepared students ready to succeed in their final exams has provided inspiration and a positive role model to everyone who has seen them. I am aware that this work will be rewarded in the summer when the results are published. I look forward to next week's induction day when the new Year 6 students join our secondary school, but they will not replace the special place reserved for my first GES graduating class, the class of 2022. Students, I wish you well for the future and hope that you are able to enjoy happy and successful lives that you deserve. I will leave you with one last McGrath quotation to guide you as you continue your journey. The origins of this quotation are unknown, but it says, "In this life, we are all just walking up the mountain. We can sing as we climb, or we can complain about our sore feet. Whichever we chose, we still have to do the climb. I decided long ago singing made a lot more sense." Best wishes to the class of 2022. Enjoy the journey, keep smiling, and keep singing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Now, that was a beautiful speech. Can I hear it up again? Please. Thank you. Thank you. I love that kind of speeches that gives me a tiny reveal about the students. Where are the TikTok group? Who did the TikTok? Where are the TikTok group? You did the TikTok? Stand up, please. صفقوا لها يا جماعة. صفقوا لها. صفقوا لها. صفقوا لها. صفقوا لها. صفقوا لها. Hi, and what's your name?
Zena.
Zena, where's your family? Family of... Can I... Wayne? Up, up, up. Hi. So you guys, were you proud about the TikTok video as much as her school was proud of it? What was on your mind?
I mean, we always do TikToks in school, so that was like the first inspiration, and then it was just I wanted to do something with the entire year group that would fit everyone. So all we do is smile. So yeah.
That's brilliant. That's really brilliant. Now I want you to tell me a secret about GES that you didn't tell anyone.
Honestly, is Mr. Simeon here? No, is he not? Okay, Mr. Simeon, my biology teacher for the entire year thought I was another girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I never corrected him, honestly.
Why?
Mr. Simeon, I am not Maya, I am Zena. It's okay.
Let's hear it up for Zena then. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now that's really beautiful. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine of just taking a slide of a second to think if that TikTok was from another school and it went viral, will I find that kind of support and understanding? That's really beautiful of you guys. So I want to hear it up for the faculty, for the SLT, for the head of departments, and also for the director. You guys have made an amazing job. That's really beautiful to see, to feel, to understand. These guys are holding everything of our hopes for the next generation for this country. And also, I can't just move on without saying thank you for Mr. Sanad Lamtairi and Mr. Badr Al-Wazzan. Thank you for sponsoring. Thank you for believing. Thank you for giving this beautiful young guys and girls a new perspective about support and believing. Thank you very much, guys. Can I hear it also for Mr. Sanad Lamtairi and Mr. Badr Al-Wazzan? Enough secrets? Let's go back to our celebration and let's call. Do you know who? The guy who's going to tell us and hear the speech on behalf of the senior students. Please welcome Zaid Al Agha.
Wow. Good evening, parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. Let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Ziad Ahmed Al Agha, and I have been in GES since I was in KG. And I am still in shock about how fast time has passed. I still remember everything that happened as if it was yesterday. And I'm honestly so thankful for all the amazing memories I made. I was fortunate enough to be nominated into the head boy position. This allowed me to represent my peers and act as a voice for them alongside Joanna Rahil. Together, we have worked to improve GES's atmosphere. I want to congratulate all the 2022 graduates behind me, and I am proud of all of you for finally completing this 11-year-long adventure. I can honestly say that we have started from the bottom, and now we are all here. We have all gone through tough times, but we're able to get through it with each other's support and the help we received from our caring teachers and our loving parents. I think I can speak for many when I say that this has been one of the most fun and rewarding years throughout our academic careers, especially in contrast to the unfortunate conditions we were living in. A massive thanks to the senior committee. I want to thank you guys for all your hard work and the wonderful events you set up. They were some of the most fun and enjoyable parts of this year. Another aspect that I believe played a big role in this year was the introduction to new friendships after the pandemic. I want to thank the friends I made throughout this year for being by my side and being the highlights of my week. I'm honestly so grateful for working alongside all my classmates, and I wish them bright futures and successful careers. All efforts we put so far has led to this moment. Choices from here will dictate the direction our lives are headed. And I believe we have all grown and matured enough, individually and as a group, to make the best possible choices in our futures. While it is sad that we are closing this chapter, it is important to keep in mind that the next stage will introduce new aspects into our lives. Finally, I want to thank all the teachers that made the school experience enjoyable and helped guide us. I especially want to thank Mr. Paul Croft for being an inspirational and friendly figure to look up to. I also want to thank Mr. John McGrath for helping improve the school environment and keeping me and all the students on track. And with that, I want to thank my subject teachers, Mr. Carl, Mr. Shaw, Mr. Cookson, Miss Nunn, Miss Akhtar, Miss Veronica, Miss Noha, Mr. Mundhir, and Miss Hamadi, and every other member of the staff in GS. I don't think any of us would be where we are if it wasn't for them. I'd like to end the speech off by saying you all look amazing, and that I thank you all so much for attending the ceremony and listening to my speech. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Zaid. Thank you, and congratulations. And if you ever wanted to work for radio, please give me a call, because you really have that radio voice, seriously. I mean, you can work as a perfect voiceover. You know, standing between the graduates, males and females, boys and girls, I can sense that kind of... Is anyone nervous here? Who's nervous? Put your hands up if you're nervous. Oh, okay. So, الشباب هناك قاعدين يحاتون النسفة. حلوين؟ والبنات هني قاعدين يحاتون الهاي هيلز. Girls, you need to watch out. Who's nervous of that moment while she's like literally getting her degree, she might like literally slip? Each and every one. Yara? صح? Did anyone say, where is Yara? Huh? منو؟ Maya? وين Maya? وين? Hi. Hi Maya. I guess your family just said, yeah, you heard them, right? What's wrong with Joanna? You're nervous also? Come on, it's your turn now. Within 5 seconds, I'm gonna call your name. Are you ready for it? Come on, graduates, let her hear it up from you guys. Some encouragement here, some excitement. Come on. Our next speech, also on behalf of the seniors, please welcome on the stage, Joanna Rahil.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As most of you would already know, my name is Joanna Rahil, the head girl of the 2022 senior year. I hope that you are as excited as all of us to be celebrating the graduation of the GES 2022 seniors tonight. It is my honor to be delivering this speech on this unique, special day that we have all been waiting to experience for the past 11 academic years of our lives. Let me start by congratulating all my fellow graduates that stand here on the stage with bright futures ahead of them, commencing new chapters in their lives. Whether it'll still be staying for another year in school or at the universities of their dreams. We did it, seniors. We are finally graduating tonight. We have all worked extremely hard to come as far as we are today, and you should all be proud of yourselves of all of the accomplishments that you were able to achieve along this journey that seemed more of a roller coaster with its ups and downs. But we stuck with one another and worked as an entire team to cross the finish line. A finish line that is the starting point of another race, a more eventful race that is yet to be experienced with many obstacles to tackle. As Joshua J. Marine stated, challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Therefore, what is life without challenges?